Shout out to G-Man Box.
So, joined here at the press conference, Anthony Yarde, Artur Beterbiev, Dev Sahni. Have you, I think it was to say, press conference, you might have got a little bit of a scare from Artur Beterbiev, is that fair to say?
He's a terrifying man. He was accusing me of trying to mix it up and make them hate each other. I was doing exactly that, and he was right, and that sent chills down my spine, the fact that he realised. But he's a nice guy, but also a terrifying guy, and I think I made it pretty known that he scares me.
He's the only guy who could terrify you but make you laugh at the same time.
Yeah. There's a tongue-in-cheek element to it. I think, look, he has confidence that he could stop me, as and when. If we were to step in the ring, he would beat me up. So
I think it's a fair, safe bet.
All right. Yeah, but yeah.
Safe
Of course,
bet.
he would humble me immediately if it did come down to that. So, yeah, I think it's all a bit tongue-in-cheek, but it was good fun. I thought it was quite I wasn't sure what to expect from this press conference because Beterbiev all week has been giving sort of one-word answers. He hasn't given much away, and Anthony Yarde doesn't want beef before does his talking in the ring, that kind of thing. But I'm glad it went the way it did, and we got a somewhat comical press conference at times.
We did. An interesting thing I took from the press conference, it's very different mindset in Team Yarde. Tunde said it himself, before he would talk a lot, he's not talking at all, and Anthony, he definitely has, you can see it in him, a confidence to him that I think is increased now. He seems to really believe, almost like he's seen something. What did you think? What did you make of it?
I think that as well. I think Artur Beterbiev is used to looking at another fighter before they fight and probably thinking, it's just another victim. And he probably does win some fights before the fights actually take place. I mean, the guy's a monster and he's got a terrifying record and his reputation precedes him. It's not like, oh yeah, but he's just a brawler, he's just going to come and wildly swing. You can't get confidence from that, like you may have done with other big punchers in the past, big scary punchers. Someone like Marcos Maidana, right? You'd be like, okay, he's terrifying, but I'll probably be able to outbox him, right? This guy, you probably won't outbox him either. Yeah. So your best bet is to try and knock out the monster. But Anthony Yarde is so cool, so calm, he's got no fear. He said it quite rightly himself. He's faced scarier situations, far scarier situations outside the ring. What's this fella going to do to him?
He's, for sure, and for Yarde, 3 years after, it doesn't get easy. He doesn't take an easy road, His first world title shot against Kovalev, now Beterbiev.
Yeah.
So he has to come into these fights with confidence because at the end of the day, light heavyweight, it's a tough division regardless who the champion is.
Yeah.
So credit to him for taking this fight. And what are your thoughts, honestly, this Saturday, if you had to pick, what do you think is going to happen in this fight? How do you think it's going to go?
I have picked, and I've picked Anthony Yarde. It's his time. This is a man, he's facing a man who's just turned 38 over the weekend, over 300 amateur fights. There's going to be some wear and tear there. There has to be, because if it's not this one, maybe it's the next one, maybe it's the one after that. It's coming. That wear and tear is coming.
It's just when.
Yeah, it's just when. So my belief is, away from home, maybe adjusting to the time, maybe adjusting to the food, making all of these sorts of adjustments, will maybe just bring Father Time along a little bit quicker than what they thought.
One thing I found interesting at the press conference, and I don't know if you picked up on this, is Anthony was drinking water, but Artur didn't take a sip.
There you go. Artur Beterbiev is a huge guy, by the way. As you well know, boxed as a heavyweight in the amateurs, which is cruiserweight in the pros, but he's a big guy, thick guy. And he's been making light heavyweight since his pro debut, so what's that, 2016, 2015? Or even before?
A decade ago.
So a decade ago, trying to make 175 pounds, boiling down to that, considering he's been heavier. So yeah, I think he, away from home as well, little things like that, that's why Frank's so good at getting it right. And hey, there are echoes of Kostya and Ricky Hatton for me for this fight.
Frank is a tremendous eye for talent, and two fighters he has on the undercard, both brothers, tremendous talent as well, Carol and Moses Atuma. When Moses making his pro debut, Carol fighting for his first title, on the same card. They've never fought on the same card together. What are your thoughts on both of them? And this is the journey for Moses to potentially the youngest heavyweight champion of all time.
I'm so excited and almost, I'm privileged. I'm privileged to be a part of this journey because I think Moses' journey will go all the way to the very top of the heavyweight division. How quickly? I don't know. Will it be as quickly as what he's put out? I don't know. You never know. Will he become a world heavyweight champion before May 2025?
Five, yeah.
let's see. Who knows what the landscape will look like? But I'm very excited to be a part of that journey at the very beginning. I think he's a special talent. I think his brother is a special talent as well, and his brother is an Olympic youth gold medalist.
Yep.
And whilst I can see some people saying Moses is going to get all the attention, this is all elevating Carroll as well. It's a brother story,
Exactly.
and Carroll just keeps on winning, and he's got his first title fight. I think I mentioned it at the press conference. The guy that Beterbiev boxed in his 10th fight is the same guy Carroll Atone was boxing in his 10th fight. It's very, very special talents, both of them.
I think it's going to be a tremendous fight. I think the whole card is going to be good, and I'm looking forward to it. Any final words?
No, I'm looking forward to it too. And by the way, non-pay-per-view. Remember Lomachenko-Campbell?
Yes.
Pay-per-view. I mean, this is being delivered. And by the way, secret bonus world flyweight title fight as well, just on there as well. Just chuck that in.
Chuck it in. Why not?
Two world title fights, non-pay-per-view, BT Sport, Saturday, 7 o'clock. I mean, we're laughing, aren't we? Tune in.
Oh yeah. Dev, I appreciate your
All
time.
right, mate.
All the best, mate. Thanks,
No worries,
Bill.
mate.
How are we going?
Cheers.